Okay, what's up? So I've actually been getting back into Latale because I've had some people who've been telling me, hey, you should. So I was gonna make this really long video where it's like a compilation of my grind all the way to like 235, but that obviously did not end up happening because what you're about to see is probably several uploads of just my grinding process. I come down here to what is it, like Twisted, I'm sorry. I think it's Twisted Genesis. Whatever it's called, man. And it was way more than I thought I could handle. It took me a little while. I didn't want to go wasting all of my potions, but hey, we did it. I come back to Toma. So I have this issue here where I cannot waypoint anywhere that's 200, like level 200 or above. I haven't been able to for a minute. Watching all of like the YouTube tutorial guides are really the biggest one with Lee Mars. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right or their name right. I'm sorry, but watching that tutorial video and following everything at one point. See, I'm only watching it for certain pieces and parts because that's where I'll get stuck at certain pieces and parts. And they have this whole little like mini sentence where they say you basically just do a quest from Toma and then you finish it in some dungeon. You come back and you do another quest because this is a burning character. And so I was like, oh, snap, cool. So I see them, jump over to like Mysterious Hole or anywhere after that, and I can't do it. It tells me that I need to have a waypoint. I end up talking to somebody and asking them about it, just a random person I ran into while taking a break from pulling my hair out. And I asked them about the waypoint because I'm like, hey, I can't get from here to here. And they go, you don't have a waypoint? And I'm like, what? Why are you saying that? Like everybody gets one. Like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, well, I mean, I guess you could pay for one. It's supposed to teleport you anywhere, but you could also just play for free and get to the places that you need to get to. And I'm like, how on earth am I gonna be able to get to these places? Like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna reach out there? Because one of the bigger missions is to like go to the Eastern Land or East Land or whatever the case may be. Basically, where I'm assuming this, I think it's not the Rising Dragon Temple, but the other temple. I don't know. I'm in the middle of it, right? I've been on it this whole time, and I can't get to it because I'm being blocked by the entrance to the whatever, right? Like it's a lot, right? So I tried to get through the entrance originally, and it told me that I needed to do the To the Sky quest. So I'm thinking, okay, where do I find that? I go looking around, I don't find it. I go to Google. People are asking, but people don't know. I end up talking to another NPC, and now I have to finish this whole set of trials in order to get through the door. And right now I'm stuck. I was watching the videos, that same video and a few other videos. Supposedly, I'm supposed to do places around my level and just keep turning in quests, and hopefully I'll make it out of it that way. And I guess I just recycled through all of them daily until I'm finally 235. But for right now, I am just running these mini quests. I am sorry for the quality. I've been recording at like 4K, but my monitor, the current one that I'm on right now, stops at like 1920. So a lot of my recordings are coming out really short, like bad quality because they're really zoomed in. So I have to blow up the image instead of just changing my recording preset because there's something wrong with me. So a lot of my footage is probably going to come off a little more fuzzy considering that my natural footage is supposed to be 4K. But as you can see, I run probably like 2 or 3 dungeons here. And I run it to try to get Toma's whatever. Then I go and I talk to Toma and I turn it in. And one of the quests only gets me to like half of a bar. And I'm like, I see how this is gonna turn out. Another quest levels me up, and I've got to like jump around and try to find quests. And I think the better way to do it is just to do the line of quests that are like stationed to each dungeon. I'm just slowly trying to get there. But all in all, thus far, I haven't had really too many complaints about the game outside of just maneuvering around places. The guidebook only lets you go so far. I guess you have to pay to really use its full extent. So I'm actually going to have to travel on foot, which is no big problem. It's just going to take a very, very long time. And sometimes I find ways around certain places. Like I'm supposed to go to like the memorial room in Chunsik land or lobby or whatever, but I can't jump there because it's 200 plus for the dungeon. So I end up finding a lower level version of the dungeon that's like a different dungeon but still in Chunsik land, and I'm able to teleport there and run all the way back to the lobby in order to enter memorial. And that was fun. It's just been a lot of experimenting and trying to figure out where to go and what to do. And there's no real guides online that kind of just hold your hand for everything. Lamar's was talking about how there's a Discord and there are these links in the description that they provide of the video that show, how to do summonables and how to do this and how to do that and how to do this, but they don't really go super in depth. I mean, I was playing Latale back in like 2000 whatever, right? But the highest I could go was maybe around 100, maybe. And back then the level cap was like 225, if not a little under that. So things have changed, time has changed, systems have changed. A lot has gone through a lot of change. And I am just trying to figure out what to do, where to go, and how to do it. So I was super burned out by the end of this. I have these in several sittings, several recordings where they are just several sittings. And this one was around 4 hours. I've got another that's I think around like 5, one that's around 3, one that's around 2, and I'm just gonna keep cutting them up and uploading them. But this was my little way from like I want to say I can't see it exactly. I want to say somewhere in like the 218, 219 to 220 range. I could be wrong. Like I said, the quality is just way worse than I had anticipated it to be. But I'm still learning everything because Latale doesn't boost itself in a higher quality, and even if it did, I mean, it doesn't matter because apparently I'm recording in a significantly less quality. Actually, I think that level is 221. So I think I just jumped from 220 to 221. Right now, like my actual level, I'm at like 222, maybe 223. Can't get any more quests from Toma, so I'm gonna have to farm quests from other dungeons after I do like this whole little warp gate scenario storyline, if I can even do it. I'm not gonna lie, I've been getting pretty burnt out. But yeah, peace. Eat my balls.